Look, we'll hop on a plane this afternoon, head to LA, and start getting ready to go play a game out there. So we're excited about that opportunity.
Was leaving today just for getting used to
pretty typical of a 2 time zone travel day. We usually add an extra day.
Yeah, you guys have had like the second highest number of rookies on offense, percentage-wise, at least for snaps. I know you guys are getting some veterans back this week. Just what does that do for the offense that maybe you don't have to rely on that experience? Or could you tell that you guys were that young on offense?
Well, look, I would say this. I would say it's been valuable experience for all these young guys that have had an opportunity to jump in and play. And as we move throughout the course of the season and you go into the future, that experience I think is going to pay off for those guys, as we go forward. So I think, unfortunate to have some guys out, but yet, getting those young guys with that experience, I think, has been good for us. So we'll see, what we do, this week and who we have back and who's available to play. But the good news is that if those young guys are called upon to play, at least they're gaining valuable experience.
What stands out about the Chargers defense? I think they've only allowed 20 points one time this year.
Yeah, look, they play sound, fundamentally sound. They tackle well. They keep the ball in front of them. I think, up front they do a pretty good job, stopping the run. They do a good job getting after the passer a little bit. So I just think they're just a good, fundamentally sound defense that makes you have to earn everything. They do a good job of tackling, and they're a physical football team.
How do you think the team's kind of responded this week, having a little time to reset and just?
Yeah, look, I think our team's responded well. I think having some of these guys back out here at practice has been energizing for the football team, and we're looking forward to kind of getting reset a little bit and playing good football.
How would you describe the progress of guys like Nephi Sewell and Tano Passino working their way back from IR?
Yeah, I think both those guys are doing a good job. I think they're on schedule in terms of their rehab. I think Nephi's probably just a little bit ahead of Tano, but I think we're getting close to hopefully being able to start getting them back out into some practice.
So the expectation is still that there is the potential for them to come back this season?
I think both of them have a great opportunity to be available to us at some point this season.
With Taysom suffering like 2 injuries in the span of a couple of games, do you guys have to be more careful with like how you're deploying him and stuff like that?
Well, look, it's kind of a hard question in that look, this is a tough game that we play, and it's a physical game that we play, and every snap you take, you're putting your body in harm's way, and so. Yeah, I think we got to pay attention to what we're asking him to do, and yet, there's a certain way that you have to be able to play this game, and so I think, you kind of have to go play a little bit.
Is Chris still in protocol?
No, Chris has been cleared.
How are you listed as doubtful again this week, like similar to last week as the emergency option?
Yeah.
Do you think she could be an emergency option this week?
Potentially, yeah. I think we'll see where he's at, come Sunday.
Besides, just getting off the field on third down, what's the challenge of going against a team that likes to have these really long drives, like they kind of do?
Yeah, well, I think it starts with first and second down efficiency. It's a lot harder to get off the field when you're facing a bunch of 3rd and 2 3s. Much. I'm not going to say easy, but easier to get off the field when you're facing some 3rd and longs. And so I think it starts with first and second down efficiency, forcing some, longer 3rd down conversions, and then being able to execute when you get in that situation. We're going to have to get some pressure on the quarterback, make him have to speed it up a little bit. All good?